Something ain't done for me, no hope for me. Need another play numbers got hold of me, keep holding me. He's gonna have to stay, your shit got sold to me, you told me. Beating on my shoulder with a beast biting me right. Bringing in the bag, it's on the floor, don't be a green. I ain't stacking up these clips, you do it right, I'll live it free. Like this bag, I'll make a bag, don't mean to brag, you know what I mean. Right, jack up in the jack, we never brag, don't be a beast. Now you hungry looking sad, so please don't brag, you know we clean, right, yeah. Take a fuck me like a nigga when you lead up. She got the club in Miami to see her. She gon' test me, but I'm the best me. Yes, baby, bless me and then caress me. Money in my hand, I get you in and never throw away. Stayed up on the grace, stuck to the point, so had to throw away. The minor test is so interesting. Can't handle it, so we know that's a lesson. Would it be fighting me right? It's on the floor, the green night. Stacking up these chips, you do it right on like a green light. Don't mean to brag, you know I mean right. Jack in the jam, we never lag. You know we green light, yeah. Web3. It's going down, it's actually down. Hello all and welcome all. I'm your host, Boo. And today we have a jam-packed show for you with a great special guest. Yo, hello everybody and welcome everybody for a fucking exciting episode 51. We've been doing this for 51 weeks. I'm sorry if I just blew your eardrums out, but that's what we do up here. And guess what? I've been loud like this my whole life. I'm gonna keep being loud. Yo, give this room a share, give it a like, give it some love, because we got a legend up on stage today, and I'm fired up, y'all. I'm so fired up. I'm so pumped for our guest today. With that, let me turn it down a little bit. I'm your host, Boo, joined by my incredible co-host, JPEG J, and my producer. We've been doing this show for 51 weeks in a row. We have not missed a week. We have not missed a show. We have not shown up, baby. We show up every day. We here in the bear, in the bull. We riding donkeys next time. Let's fucking go with it, yo. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. If you got YouTube Premium, guess what, baby? You can mute us on X and watch us on YouTube. You can do it all. If you got a smartphone, you can do it a lot, all right? Share out this space, please. We only do this for 1 hour. First 30 minutes, laser focused on our special guest today. Other 30 minutes, open mic Q&A. Y'all want to come up, ask questions, throw some flowers, maybe throw some shade at my boy because he can take it. My boy got thick-ass skin, all right? Did I mention we're live on YouTube? We are. With that, JPEG J, how are you doing today, my love?
Yeah, doing really good. I can actually hear you. So I'm hearing like 3 times the audio. I love it.
Thank you so much, Jay. And Jay's got a poll results out from last week. I don't know if Jay wants to get into that right now. And I don't know if I want to get into that right now because we have so much to fucking cover. And our guests will get us off topic. And I want to stay on topic with that today. So I want to give a big, warm welcome to our HODL CEO, the incredible HODL, the HODLer, the diamond hand out here. My man bought Bitcoin at $10, yo. He been here from the beginning. When people say legend, he is a legend. Yo, when people say legend, my boy is a legend. For real. HODL CEO out here holding down his community. He got a Discord. He got a project. He's been out here in Decentraland. He out here in the metaverse. My boy is on YouTube right now looking incredible in his Clone X avatar. HODL CEO, how are you doing today, brother?
Boo, man, how am I supposed to match this energy, man? Gosh, woo! I think I feel like a legend now. What the heck? That's crazy.
Bro, you are a legend, and I'm so fucking happy to get you on our show today for the 51 episode because, man, you have needed to get on this show for a long time, my brother. I feel like we've almost known each other 2 years. My brother knew me before I was a clone, before I went crazy in the bull market. And you know what? He's someone I need to be with because if he sold Bitcoin at $10, right, and he's still here, he ain't jumped off a bridge or a roof yet. We're still here. Please don't do that. Step back from that ledge, my friend. We're here for you. I got two shoulders and two ears whenever you need it, HODL CEO. And I just want to give you all of your flowers today. Everybody in this room, you go follow HODL CEO right now. My man, check out his link tree. Check out what he's doing. He's doing incredible stuff for the CloneX community and multiple communities. It's a plethora of things. HODL CEO, let's just break it down here. Who are you, man? Like, are you docs? Are you out there on the timeline? I want to get to know more about you, your background. I know you a mama's boy, so don't hold back with us now.
Wow. Oh my God. You know all these things. He knows all the things, y'all. Um, hmm. Who am I? So yeah, I'm just like a tech junkie. My whole life I've been a gamer. That's kind of how I got into Magic Internet Money. And yeah, like you really put me on the spot here. I don't know how I don't know what to start with.
My
What should
brother,
I
take
start
your
with?
time. Take your time. Yo, he might go on a rant, y'all. This is all about him. We don't do no elevator pitches on this time. So, bro, am I going to call you by the W name? Can I just throw your name out there, or no? Am I getting too ahead of myself?
Damn, I don't know. We could save that for later. We'll save that for later. Yeah, y'all. So I've just been into the space for quite a while, just doing a few things online and seeing like, why having a digital currency could just be something that could change like everything. Having to buy all these different currencies and different games and stuff like that and, never being able to transfer them over. So yeah, I think gaming and just being an online denizen is what brought me into cryptocurrency. Always liking like little gadgets. I bought this little like Mayo armband. It's like a Bluetooth thing you could control your computer with just like arm gestures and shit. Most of you have seen my, unicycle that I ride around the city on. So that's why I don't need the building ledge because I just ride that thing around and it's probably about the same feeling, a little bit on the edge at all times. Um, but yeah, it's like it's kind of comparable to like market situations. I think that's why HODL is kind of like the brand I finally like decided to settle on in Web3 because as you've told everyone, I bought Bitcoin at $10. I did use it as a peer-to-peer like kind of thing as it was intended. I didn't think to HODL it or stock some away because it was going to come like the literal internet economy or just spark it, right? So. I kind of use that lesson as like why hodling, uh, is like a good brand to get behind, and it doesn't mean you have to hold every single thing like myself. I'm the CEO. That's my chosen, you know, fault here. But yeah, you really just got to give like that perspective and let people understand. Like, it's not just today, tomorrow, the next day. It's man, if I could have known that Bitcoin would go from $10 to $60,000, like come on, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have even used a single one of them Bitcoins ever. I would have just been stocking up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Had all the mining, which it's anyway, yeah. So that's the ranty part going on there. Where should I go next?
Well, here I have another hot take. Okay, so somebody who held Bitcoin at $10, right, and then you're like, oh, this guy, like, he should see the trends coming a mile away, but then you faded Bored Ape Yacht Club too.
Okay, okay. So, the reason I faded that is because I'm not a trader. I'm not a degen in the typical sense where it's like, yeah, you just ape like, massive amounts of money in to new projects. I wasn't an ape. Like, I didn't know that part of the culture and like the kind of stupid monkey pictures with like, cultural trendy things that I was like, all right, yeah, things on apes, cool. I just didn't really like it. I didn't see the whole bathroom stall website thing. All I heard was my favorite guy on Clubhouse and a few ape spaces where I was just like, I don't know. So yeah, I never really thought about cryptocurrency as like a JPEG economy or something like that. I did only think of it as a currency to enable buying digital things. I didn't think like, NFTs also right at that time just didn't really click for me. I understood like buying art, but like PFP. which I still think is a very, it was just a trendy, well, community builder kind of, it all went hand in hand with the meta at the time. But I think that PFPs do have value in the whole branding sense, and that's why I was very selective with my clone a week after mint. I couldn't take it anymore and stuff like that. But initially, like I saw Decentraland coming out, and even that to me as a gamer, I was like, I don't see how they're gonna do it. Like, and it was like a literal wasteland in its beginnings. Like there was no sky, there was like, you know, all kinds of shit. I wasn't in it at that time, but yeah, like I saw its progression a bit, and I just wasn't like seeing where or how it could like how long it would really be before it would become something. And honestly, it wasn't that long. It wasn't that long. It was like 3 4 years, and I mean, it's still something that's like not as amazing as stuff like on Cyber and Hyperfi and all these other ones that we have now, but it's still in like a whole ecosystem built on crypto and NFTs, where you could wear your NFTs. Like that's when I really started to understand it, and like okay, I'm like, yeah, like collecting skins and because before that it was just like, all right, where do I display these things? And it's like, okay, I have them as wallpapers, and that's cool, but like not everybody just wants to pay for a wallpaper, right? You download the wallpaper app, you use the free ones. Like, so yeah, it took a while for NFTs to click. Um, I think I was on Rarible first, buying just like actually like toy kind of NFTs. I bought a what's it called? A Matryoshka doll of Spirited Away, the faceless. I think that was my first NFT, actually. Um, my first mint was Alien Boy. Shout out Alien Boy.
Yo, if I could just jump in here real quick. You mentioned a lot of things in there. I love it, HODL. I've been taking notes down. You mentioned Decentraland. You said it was super bleak and barren there. You're the person that I love connecting with because you see a hole and you fill it. And you like created a whole like HODL like wearables. You had hats, you had pants, you had shoes, and then you brought it into physicals. Can you tell us about like the birth of that and where it's going now?
Oh boy, of course. So kind of after the whole Rarible phase and buying a few JPEGs and things like that and coming into this space, I kind of saw that most of Decentraland's like community was they were building like museums, like showcasing places to showcase NFTs and event spaces. So I realized like I'm all right, like do I want to spend a ton on land just to do this myself? I was like, no, I'll network with a few people. I bought some NFTs from other people, and yeah, we just built some relations. And then from there, I was like, all right, well, I kind of want to start my own community. Like there wasn't really any, to me, Web3 oriented branded stuff. There were really cool brands, but there wasn't like, there wasn't no HODL HQ. I'm like, how can this be? So, um, yeah, I just I started snatching up names on social media and stuff. But going back to Decentraland, you weren't able to make wearables initially. They released that like community feature a bit like into the journey. But once that happened, that's when I was already into Artifact. I had my meta key. I think we knew clones were on the way. Um, and stuff like that, but we hadn't gotten them yet. And I was like, okay, I already know what I need to drop, a good old Fidgetal. So I made a hat, and I have like the physical hat on the HODL HQ shop, so that like if a normie buys it, they go through like a process of me teaching them about getting the airdrop of their Decentraland wearable. And I had a bunch of people that bought it just straight up in Decentraland too. So that's kind of how I built my initial Total HQ community, just using like Decentraland wearables and um, a few of the other pieces like the hoodie, the pants, the shoes. I like gave them to other like communities to give away at their events and stuff. So a lot of people just have the wearables. Um, and yeah, it was just like a really good community builder to like just get the brand out there and um, yeah, like Decentraland, it doesn't have like all these crazy different things. Like there's a casino, there's just things to see like galleries, but it is really good for community and events. And like our current build in there is actually like a DJ setup, so like we could throw little events. We have a few DJs in the community. But since, seeing on Cyber and Hyperfy, it's a bit easier and nicer to set up in there, so that's why we kind of do it over there now. But we always try to cross it and also do it like into Decentraland, and throw up a link so that the people from there can like get bridged into these other platforms.
I love that, HODL CEO. You are doing so much stuff. I'm over here checking out the HODLHQ.xyz website, and I would love for you to go into that because there's a lot going on here. I see like some manga inspiration, some inspo here, and then also see cool clones. Wait, when is this cool clones derivative dropping? When can I get whitelist for that?
Oh boy, yeah, I forgot that we still left that up there. Um, so let's see. The HODL HQ website was done by my members, the art and the site itself. I didn't do that site. I did the web store, but not that one. The art is done by Doom One. He's the artist that did the art for all of the little test projects we made and all of like the website design stuff. He's really talented. He's awesome. Friend of a friend IRL actually. He's also he's actually from Jersey, so he's not a Brooklyn boy, but he lives here now, so we'll give him a pass. And
Tri-state, baby.
Tri-state exactly. And the website itself was done by Babosh and my homie Crypto Bro. Babosh, you guys may know, he actually does some things at On Cyber. Um, Shout out On Cyber, love them. Um, but yeah, like the manga theme, of course, we're in Web3. A lot of us watch anime, read manga, um, and my artists love that style. So uh, if you go through left to right, that's the artist himself on the left, Doom. And then you have TCVDH, one of my other devs, who's another prodigy, but he's a little bit on the low key side. Then you have my nice adaptation of my clone in the middle, and I don't know if you guys know, but that's like the destruction tattoo from Full Metal Alchemist. I didn't put mine on there, but I put another Full Metal Alchemist tat in there. Then I have the homie Kryptonian next to me. He's another OG hodler. He just he's like me. I might have contaminated him with the diamond hands, but that's just how it goes. Then we have Babosh. You guys, like I said, you may have seen him around. He's got that Two-Face um, clone, like custom that he made himself. And next to him is Crypto Bro, our resident like uh, OG. Like if you think I'm an OG, he's a real OG. So like, he's a real Crypto Bro before it became like a bad term, right? So
I don't know
yeah.
if the audience is thinking this, but I've been thinking this the whole time. The word conviction just keeps coming up in my head. Conviction, conviction.
Ooh.
HODL CEO is just convicted on himself, on his mission, where he's going, to the point where you actually got an artifact blade tattooed on your body. Tell us about that. We got Kavan down in the audience, the tattoo artist who did it with AR. And like, you're just always kind of building. Like, I don't necessarily see you as a maxi. You're just a creative person. Like, can you go into that process? Like, I'm inkless. I don't know what I can get inked up, but I'm definitely not about to get Coca-Cola on my back unless they pay me.
I kind of realized in hindsight I should have maybe did some negotiations or something, I guess. Um, but I really just happened to like the art. Like I had a space on my arm that it fit perfectly in. Like I said before, I have this Full Metal Alchemist tattoo, and this design was done by uh, somebody on Vivid Limited's team. It might have been Aki, it might have been someone else. But I just thought it looked like a Full Metal blade, right? And if I'm a maxi of anything, it's Full Metal Alchemist. So I was like, oh, perfect. I could just throw this right there, and even if they rug me, I'll just have this really dope, like metal looking thing. It doesn't matter, and it's memories, right? That's what tattoos are for, boo. They don't have to be, like anything crazy. They're just like memories, like moments in time, perhaps. Like I don't know. Everyone gets them for different reasons. Um, but yeah, I got that done. Kavan blessed it. Like it's the lines are so crisp, man. Like I still like it's amazing.
It's incredible, and I love it that you explained it like that. And it's just art, and like everybody, it's all for their own thing and what they want to do. All right, I want to back up a little bit here because you're a freaking video game nerd, right? You're a video game nut, right? And the thing is that Ethereum was created, right? Because Vitalik didn't like his skins and all that to get taken away. Are we gonna reach a point where, like, right now, your full avatar, if you're watching us on YouTube, he is full HODL CEO, looking dripped out in full body Clone X with a chain, the horns. I'm just over here with my, clone filter, but hey, I'm wearing the Artifact football jersey, right? I got to be on brand. When do you think we're going to have a moment where I can jump this into Fortnite, I can jump it over to Warzone, and I can just like integrate all the things? When are we going to get to that point, my brother?
Oh man, that's really a tough question. Because it honestly requires a ton of interoperability just by the like, all the different chains and stuff that people are using for these games, right? Everyone's not using Ethereum or Polygon, AVAX, all these other chains. It's really all over the place. Um, but I think if certain leaders in the space do the right, like do take some steps to make it a reality, it'll probably be a pretty quick snowball effect. Like I'm super bullish on Fortnite X Nike, dot swoosh, and Artifact even making an island there and having a dope onboarding experience for people to see like clones running around and they can make like a whole quest game and all types of stuff like that. And yeah, do I think that we'll see a lot of games have actual like integration and allow you to take your NFTs and put them on the market and stuff? I'm not sure. I think a lot of them will have like in-house markets. I think there's a lot of, especially for United States. I'm learning for, unfortunately, I might have to move. I've been saying this since 2021, but I literally might have to move because like I can't play big time games. I can't play these games. I can't play, because they're, going with the whole compliance route and, legalities and whatever. And New York is always freaking blocked, man. So I don't know what that's gonna look like. And obviously there's ways around it, but that it's really like defeats the purpose, I would say. So yeah, it's there's a lot of factors that I think are gonna hinder it, and I think it'll take some time, but with the right, big actors in the space, I think it's possible in the next decade at least.
Bro, that is a whole can of worms, and we'd have to have a whole nother episode just to talk about those freaking New York regulations and all that. But I got a really lame question for you. What does community mean for you, HODL CEO? When people are talking about community, they're preaching community, they're throwing that C word around. What does community mean to you? What's the definition? What's the execution? What's the proof of concept of doing community right?
Well, okay. So for me, I personally think like the true community is when you just have like real interactions with members, and it's not really always based around like the project itself, right? So that's kind of why initially I made like a project or a community that wouldn't be focused in of itself or like on any one project. It's more of like an incubator or a collective, right? So I just think that like for me, like real community is when you don't have like these market factors, coming between your friendship and stuff like that. When it's like, we're here riding together, up or down, left or right, like we're here. And whatever project you're in, like I might not even like the project you're in, or some other people in the project you're in, or the founder of your project. But I mean, we still vibe because it's not about like getting into the nitty gritty of what everyone has. Yes, everything's a public ledger in this whole space, right? So like you'll see crazy wallet watching and people calling each other out for buying or selling or this or that. And I mean, sometimes it's fun, it's in good fun, right? But then other times it's like, all right, well, you just can't do anything like without, maybe stepping on the wrong toes, right? So, yeah, I just think community is like when you have people just together, vibing because they all vibe with the same stuff. Like when you see all of our clones out at a fucking event, and we're all just dancing around, vibing, it's it's different, especially at the IRL meetups when like the market is down bad. Our bags are down bad, but we don't even talk about that stuff. We're just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's community. So yeah, that's kind of like what I try to, foster and vibe with the most.
Yo, and if I could, I want to give you flowers because last night HODL CEO came to an event I was hosting. Then we went to another event to look out for a clone out in Japan. The CloneX community is fucking tight, you guys. And yeah, not all of us get along. That's fucking fine. In 4 years from now, we're going to be brothers, okay? Because this is something I love about this space, right? I look at the legends that have come, like Tony Hawk, Jason Ellis. Yo, they got a shared podcast together, right? These people were like, fuck you, throwing skateboards at each other. But then decades went by and they're still there. They're still doing it to this day. You know what I mean? So I just appreciate everything you did, especially like you looking out, watching me do this event with the CloneX community. I didn't even have any artifact assets. You're just like kind of watching from the background. You're like, oh, cool, you're a real one. And I want to give you flowers because without your ideas, without Kavan's graphic design, without Ava's incredible budgeting, we would not have been able to pull off this year's CloneX NYC event like we did, which was incredible. Having 200 people attend the IRL event, selling out without even an RT from Artifact, which is great. We did it on our own. 300 people showing up to the Hyperfi on cyberspaces, 70 plus posters were minted, plus digital wearables. I mean, brother, it's just going to continue to grow. And I love to work with you. And I said it last night. I think that we all have something going good. And I think it's good to add people. I reached out to somebody across the West Coast. Guess what? They're from Korea. They might move to New York. They're a glitch artist, and we're fucking mingling. We're rolling up the Zaza. We're chilling, So we're getting to that midway point. I haven't thrown the mic to Jay at all. Jay, I'm sorry. Jay, I'm throwing the mic to you now, love, unless your fingers are not free.
No, I'm just like, finally now. I mean, I've met HODL so many times, like IRL, but I don't know anything about HODL's like online presence. I'm like finally going through, your collection, your on cyber, your decentralized. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is a big ass deal.
He's a big ass deal. Everybody follow HODL CEO. Everybody go give him some love. This is somebody that you want in your ear. Literally, if he's telling you something, you should probably be listening. You're not going to
Whoa.
agree all the time, and that's okay. Because I don't agree with him all the time, too. But the cool thing is, he gives me the craziest ideas all the time, these billion, trillion-dollar ideas. And I'm like, yeah, when we hit the lottery, brother, when we hit the lottery. All right, before I open it up, people, if you want to come up here, start requesting up, throw some shade, give HODL, let's check his thick skin out there. I've got my crypto kicks on right now with my trash bags on, so I'm ready for that. And I just want to ask you, HODL CEO, I asked all of my guests this. I forgot it on one show. I did that. I did forget once. But I asked all my guests this. What do you think in this space needs to change, stay the same, or just vanish?
Oh boy. Um, I think, wow. Maybe in general, it would just be like a bit of Mm, I'm trying to generalize it to make it easier, but it's just like um just vibes that we know are no bueno, the bad vibes, none of the fake vibes. We don't need no fake vibes. We need fake vibes out of here. And that's it. Like, in general, I think when people, say things like we're early or this or that or something even like HODL, like you have to understand there's like deeper meaning to these things, but also like it, we are early. Like when you look at real actual metrics of how many people are like in this space, it's so tiny. Like um so 10K like max mints, those it seems like a lot now. Yeah, it is. Even 20K, that's a big supply. Not when we have millions of users. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like if we're really trying to get to a place where this stuff is like still going on and these things, the whole space as a whole has grown to that level, yeah, we're super duper early. So I think we all should, just be vibing and supporting and, having a good time with each other.
Yo, speaking of vibing and supporting, we got Upskill ETH up here who took us out to the Mets game, bought us tickets for 10 of us to go out there, and then threw up some money to throw Don't Fade the Blade up on the big board, yo. CloneX NYC really doing it, really connecting. I think our boy traveled over 3 hours round trip. I know I did 3 hours round trip. Upskill, welcome to the stage. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing excellent, guys. How's everyone doing today? It's nice to see you bringing everyone together. I want to say sorry I couldn't make the other day's event. I had a conflict. I couldn't switch. I was down to come last week, but got stuck this week. But just wanted to say, on this drop, right? Like this news. This is great communication. Like I'm very excited to see what happens with these dunks, and I just want to throw something out there. Like we're not burning these yet. Uh, it's just an access pass now, but there's also value in the evolution of that shoe. So don't lose sight of that, because that digital evolution is essentially the roadmap of crypto kicks, and the breeding, and there's going to be more to it. So the fact that it's not burned like previous times, there's future utility, there's more value behind it. So I would say to anybody, get yourself at least one of those. I think you want to be a part of that evolutionary, the Evo X evolution phase. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. But also, great job, like I said, bringing everyone together, and keep this up. This is great to see, the New York side. LA's got us on our heels a little bit when it comes to, you know, um, bringing everyone together. So I see a lot of new people coming in the chat. Just great work. Keep all that great stuff up.
Hell yeah, Upskill. Appreciate you with that. You got a response to that, HODL CEO?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with him on us slacking a bit. It's no thing but a chicken wing that LA, they got us on the coming out and vibing. That's how it is, man. Clones get together. So, we have more NYC antics going on, and I love to see it. Always grateful for Upskill, really, just coming into clones and being like, this what's going on? Where you guys at? Let's go out, baby. And literally as soon as our event ended, he sent us like two more things when he got home. I was like, damn. See, now this is a homie who's trying to hang out and have a good time.
And I'm
So,
so glad he came up here. And I'm going to cut you right off there because he invited us to go out to the horse races. And HODL CEO, you have experience in breeding horses.
well, yes, I come from a humble family from the islands that did a bit of horse tourism. My grandfather started a stable way back when, and my father also was, a big horseman. And yeah, I've dabbled myself, broken a horse or two in. Used to, take tourists out on rides as a guide. Um, Fun fact, I was young, I was like 10 or maybe 11 at these times. I would like talk about, oh yeah, I'm saving up money to like move to the States to go to school. And I was just on vacation. Oh man, it was good times. It was very good times.
Oh, so
Yo,
just
that's
tourism. It's not like champion breeding racing horses.
No, so I mean, my dad was into that stuff, and he, by trade has to know like all the lineages and stuff like that. He actually was a part of a deal with China Horse Club to facilitate. They built a new stadium in St. Lucia, which is where my father's from. Uh, so yeah, he was part of that deal, getting the Chinese Horse Club to build out like a new state. It's a Belmont level like track, so it's like yeah, international racing, big thoroughbred racing. Um, and
shit.
yeah,
China
I
Horse
got.
Club's big deal, man. That was like what, American Pharaoh and some other big names.
Oh, so yeah, you know
Oh
that
yeah,
even I haven't heard the names in a minute, but that's definitely one of the big ones, American
yeah,
Pharaoh.
Triple Crown winner, man. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting, man. I want to hear more about that some other time. Obviously, I want to pick your brain a little bit and hear more about it.
Oh, for sure, man. Honestly, like horse racing is really dope. I was so surprised when you dropped that. I was like, what? Somebody else that be going to horse races? That's crazy.
I
Yo,
know I've
so
never been. I want to
where I
go.
live is in Saratoga, New York. All right, so that's like just about 2.5, 3 hours north of the city. But there's the famous Saratoga track. There's three, becoming now two: Belmont, Aqueduct, Saratoga, and that's where the summer meet happens. So, we have fun up here when it happens. Everyone from the city comes up here. You guys come to me. So maybe next summer we could do something like that too. I'll show you guys a good time.
I'm there, Upskill, and I want to shout out Upskill right here because we've been saying this for a while now. If you build it, if you create it, we will come. We will show up. We will be there. We love it when other people in our community take that lead, take that initiative. Because again, proof of concept. Once you've proven proof of concept, you got that trust. We are there. We're gonna support you. Tavia, how are you doing today? I was just gonna get to you. You got a question
Oh,
for
you're
our
so
incredible guest,
sweet.
Huddle
That's
CEO?
awesome. You're fabulous. I love the energy. I thought it was music in here, and a good friend of mine, Post Malone, he's not feeling too good today, and so I was just gonna do one of his instrumentals for you guys, but I apologize. I didn't know exactly what it was, so I'm still
No,
here
you're
though.
fine. You know what? I love doing fun stuff and being different. Hang
Really?
around till the
I
end.
am different, most definitely.
Tabby, hang around till the end, right? Hang around till
Okay.
the end. And we would love some posty at the end, if that's
I
okay with you.
okay, no
We
problem
support the
because
musics. We love the music.
awesome. He sent me a track, but I can't sing that. But I was just going to do one of his instrumentals because he's not feeling too well today, so we just want to cheer him up a little bit. But I'm here. I love you guys. Energy.
Energy, 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 energy. That's a Pharrell song with their band. It's a great one. I love it. What the hell does HODL mean? What is even HODL? What's a HODL? What are we HODLing? My mom's texting me, what the hell are you HODLing? Should I be worried? Is this a new drug? What is going on?
Yeah, I feel like I've explained this one so many times. I'm not sure if it's a little discouraging at this point. Like if people really like haven't at least heard it a few times, or the term isn't making rounds as much anymore. But yeah, it's just a misspelling of hold. I forget the exact the guy's name, but it was just in the Bitcoin forums. A guy was having a bad time. Bags were down bad. His girlfriend, I think, had just left him or something like that. And at the end of his like blog post, he said, "Still gonna hodl." And it just took off from there. That was just the new spelling for hold. Some people rock with it, some don't. I just think it was funny, and yeah. Actually, even more so, uh, social media, right? And getting usernames is kind of like a big deal. The shorter, the better, no underscores, stuff like that. So when I was making this community, thinking of like HODL, like branding, and I got HODL HQ, and like it was available, I was like, all right, definitely gonna go with HODL. It's short, sweet, to the point, and yeah, I'm a bit of a like branding fanatic. So like if I like the branding of a project, like it could be totally crap, but if I like the branding, I'm down. So
Oh,
that's
go
my
into that a
vibes.
little more for me. Tell me about what you like about branding. What sticks out for you? Like, you were wearing a Supreme shirt yesterday.
Oh yeah, I mean, my sister got that for me for my birthday, but
Yo!
Um, yeah, no, as far as like fashion goes, like I can't say like branding, like I've seen brands that I like and whatever, but I've never been like, much of a collector. The only time I was like a big like fashion collector, I'd say, was in high school. Around then, I liked SB Dunks a lot. I had a ton of those, but I skated them all. 'Cause utility, you gotta use things what they're for. Um, and yeah, that was another lesson in HODL actually. So that's why you guys have seen my sneaker covers. I got one pair. I'm gonna have to hold them down until we see how many steps I'm taking every month, because it's gonna be a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
So you're a little bit of a trendsetter within the artifact community. I don't. It's wild to me. It's like
at what
every
cost?
every time I go on the timeline, it's like oh Fred, man, like my guy in high school, Fred. He's like the talk of the town of the high school, and everybody's got bags or book bags on their feet. Like, how is it that you set these trends? And I want to give people like Huddle wants to set a little different trends, I think, right? And you have that trouble with that, but you love to play with that. Tell us about that.
I just love it all organic, man. Like I'll be banging my head against the wall trying to do one thing, and then something else happens. It is what it is. But I do find a way to always like bring things full circle, like bring them together. Like I've learned a lot of skills over the past 10 years doing like drop shipping and building websites and stuff like that. Photoshop, Premiere Pro, like, you know, flying a drone and stuff. So like all of those skills at one point or another, they all become useful for the same thing. So yeah, I think that would be my answer for that. Like just kind of pivoting and seeing, like, you know, that even if you stop using a certain thing, like it'll still be relevant to what you're doing at another point.
You mentioned how like a 10K supply is like a lot, but really not a lot in the masses. A 20K supply is not a lot, but isn't a lot in the masses. Complex Con, we got Artifact out there. You can take a credit card and buy dunks. Like, how insane is this gonna, like, I'm excited because last night we were at this event, everybody, and we met somebody that just bought a clone in July. And they just bought a clone in July. They just bought some more Kami flowers. We're meeting her for the first time. Incredible African-American lady. And we just connected with her. We're hanging out. And I'm like, dude, it seems like why be bearish when every month or every other week we're connecting with somebody else that sees the same thing that we see here? And I would love your take on that.
Yeah, the best utility of this entire community is this network. And that was honestly, just, something I walked away from the last time we got together was exactly that. I mean, you mentioned all these skills you have, all these interesting things you do. I mean, I just find it really awesome that you can meet very interesting people, all with a positive intent for the most part. Like you said, not everybody gets along, but there's a shared love for the brand. There's shared interest in other things, and I think that's honestly been the best utility that I've gotten. I mean, and I've made money on these as well, but right now I've just realized like the focus really needs to shift to where real value is, and it is in this network. And I think when people are starting to see that and have seen that, and the community's strong, man. This is a real community with like I said, real skills. This isn't just about trading or making money. This is smart, intelligent, curious, nice, well-intentioned people, like I said, for the most part. So that's what I love about all of this. And when you have that, there's just so much potential for many interesting things and opportunities. And that is dope.
Upscale, I'm
Man,
so
killed it.
glad we connected with you. And Upscale, he was somebody that, like, he was kind of in the dark for a little while, and then he came out of nowhere. We're always here. We're always going to be here. We're always going to be doing stuff. And that's something that I said a long time ago with Cass, who's up on stage right now. I said, I found my tribe. I found my community. I found a place where I can sleep at night and know that everything's getting taken care of. I'm not going to wake up. Well, with Benoit, sometimes we wake up with some of his tweets, right? But, I love that. I can't wait to go to Paris. But other than that, I'm not waking up with wild tweets from the founders telling me this and that. And I'm here for the long run, man. I'm bullish on it. Cass, welcome to the show, baby. I hope you've wiped the blood out of your ears. And I hope you're here and you can hear me.
Nah, bro, I love it. And I just came to obviously spread some flowers for the boy HODL. And then I also just had to say I finally learned some things. And it was first that like Boo is our like Nardwar of like the Web3 because this
Bro, bro, I
researches you.
said that. I said that like so
Yeah.
many episodes ago. I was like terrified to
Bro,
come
Cap.
on, bro,
Cap.
because I'm terrified to come on, bro.
I don't mean to
Bro,
interrupt.
he does his job. That's for real.
I apologize. I just wanted to let you guys know that I texted him and he's going to be listening in. So fabulous. It's awesome. I told him you guys are just so loving and stuff, and the energy's amazing.
Thank you so much. We're all Magic the Gathering card heads. We're super Magic the Gathering card heads. Cass, keep going, baby. You were cooking.
No, I was just gonna say, hold on. I didn't realize you were a real cowboy. You and Shadow. We actually got some real cowboys out here because that's crazy. I've been around horses enough just to know that I'm not like trying to break anytime soon. So like that's super cool. But I feel like there's a lot of dope questions asked, so I gotta just ask something that's directly important, and it's what anime are you currently watching or keeping up with? We gotta really get down to the sauce and the nitty gritty, like Boo has been talking about.
Damn, bro, you cut up a little bit at the
Oh,
end there for me, but it sounded like you said, "What anime am I listening, watching, or keeping up with?" Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I might have to let the truth out here and say, like, I don't, I'm not really watching anything right now because I like to let things finish, man. Like I don't like these 100 plus, 200, 300, 400 plus episodes, bro. And like when I have to wait every week, like Ahsoka just finished, I'm like, oh, finally, like finally, like just end my nightmares. Like, so yeah, like I wait for things to end. I try not to get spoiled too much. Usually I was on like, reading manga a lot more. And that would usually keep me ahead of the curve anyway. And then it would be like, well, I'm just gonna, and that's usually where that came from, like, not wanting to watch because it's like I already know what's gonna happen, so I just want to see the good shit. Um, like I guess One Piece, realistically.
God, you're one of those guys, bro. I knew it.
What do you mean, one of those,
yeah. What do you
bro?
mean? What do you mean?
What do
I already
you
know what's gonna
mean?
happen. I just want to know. There's one of those Attack on Titan fucking leakers that coming out. Just like I already know what happened in the
Listen,
manga.
I don't like come
Spoken
on the
like a
post.
true
Wait,
anime
wait.
only.
I don't like come on the post and flex like, man, you didn't know that was about to happen. I just wait for when I want to watch it, Like I just be waiting cuz like yeah, it's like you get through the fight, and like the best fights are like 5 episodes long, and it's like, bro, I just want to see the fight, bro. Like, so I just wait, man. Like even with manga, like reading One Piece, I read 0 to 9, like 50 like when he's in Kaido, in like a week, and I
Yo,
was
me
like,
too, bro.
bro, this shit is never gonna end. I'm done. I'm not reading it ever again. I'm not gonna watch it. It's never gonna end. That shit is never ending. Trust me.
Did you watch
So
the live action though?
I did.
Wasn't it
And it
so fucking good?
it was actually probably the best live action that's ever been done. Like I still wouldn't give it more than like a 6 or 7, but like
No.
it it
No.
Have you
it,
seen
it
Zoro?
was good though, bro. It was good. It was good. It was good. But like like my wife watched it and she's like, oh wait, yeah, like let's go back and watch One Piece again. And then we started watching One Piece and she was like, this is boring. And I was like, oh man, here we go. Like I gotta put on one pace for her, like the filler skipper saga, so she doesn't have to deal with all the fillers. And that's like, like that's probably most people's vibe nowadays. Like who wants to watch flashbacks every other episode? We just want to see the shit, man. We just want to see. So yeah, like that's
All right, so now you got me thinking because this is like a I don't want to fuck up the Nardwar vibes because this is a good interview thing. And now I got a question for you, a real, a genuine one. What makes the whole Alchemist show like? What is how it hit you so hard?
You're
You
full
on the
robot. You're full robot right now, Cass.
nerd? Yeah.
You're full
Oh,
Cass
you guys
R2
can't hear me. That's fucked.
R2D2. Cass 3PO right now, brother.
so I don't know if it's because I'm like a savant or something, but he basically asked me why Full Metal Alchemist is my bee's knees, why it's the jamsies for anime for me. And I guess the answer is it's the most relatable or most realistic to me. It's to me it's like real life. It's like really possible. The whole equivalent exchange thing and alchemy and souls being power and stuff like that. And also it's all done in 64 episodes. You know what I'm saying? You get through a whole lot in 64, like real character building and like suspense, drama, action, all the good stuff in just 64 episodes. It's like the best to me intro like to what anime is. Like and it's pretty dark at a lot of points too. Like it's like real shit. It makes you
Original
think.
or Brotherhood?
Well, of course Brotherhood.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course. Like I did watch the ending of Non-Brotherhood, but it's just
It's not the
it's not as
same.
it's not as good of an ending because it doesn't make sense because like they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't have gone through with that. They wouldn't have done that. They would have just
No, it
like
was
died.
unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah. So like Brotherhood is definitely the go-to, and yeah, I guess being like a little science nerd and stuff like that, just the whole alchemy thing is really cool. Like just it's like chemistry, but like in action or some shit. Uh, so I hope Cass heard my explanation as to why FMAB is the goat of all. Like there's no 10 minutes of powering up, yeah, yelling and stuff. Like not that those things aren't cool and stuff, but like man. Like, and if I had to go for a second, like what's after Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like Dr. Stone really it rubs me in the right places.
You are a science nerd.
I'm just a nerd, exactly. Like it's like it's a little bit much. Like, dude counts every second for like 3,000 years or some shit. Like it's kind of a bit much. But other than that, it's really cool to see like all that building society from scratch, like stuff. And there's still action, there's still cool fights and whatnot. So that's what I fucks with.
I had a question for Cass. If Cass is back.
I think he is. He sent me hearts and hundreds, so I think he got it all. I hope.
Cass, I would love to see HODL CEO highlighted on the Artifact Creators for a week getting interviewed. I would love that. It would be awesome. Let me know if you need a co-host. Just shouting it out there. Shooting my shot, right? You miss them if you don't shoot them, baby. Yo, you've been talking about the wifey a lot. I fucking love your wifey. She's awesome. She gets you. Talk about her a little bit, man. Like it really takes a partner to be like see this craziness to support you in this. You know what I mean? Especially $10 Bitcoin to now, bro.
Yeah. So ironically, I think we did know each other way back then too, but we had probably just separated for the first time. A little young in love and stuff like that. But yeah, so we met in IHOP. All right, I was cut in school. This was high school. My wife is older than me. She's in college, and she was there celebrating a friend's birthday. And I was gonna leave the place without getting her number after like giving her the eyes and thinking I got the eyes, and she probably didn't give me the eyes. And yeah, she gave me her friend's number. Like, and after like 2 days of talking to her friend, she gave me her number, and the rest is history. She's very, very tolerable of my craziness. Um, she's very loving and amazing inside and out. She's very ambitious. I'm trying to get her onto the Web3 side of things more because she's a really, really like creative hard worker. Like it would be, we would have a lot going on, like But as far as her supporting me, like she may have thought I was doing completely illegal things for quite a while, but she was still allowing it to happen, like she just thought I was like a fugitive, like about to be on the run, and she was just fully riding, you know what I'm saying? Like there was no like, oh wait, maybe I should like leave this guy. He's like doing this crazy internet shit online, numbers. Like, what's this money? Is this real money? I remember the first time she was like, "Is it like real money?" It's just amazing that she could handle all of this craziness indeed.
She is so dope. I'm so glad you wiped her down. She's so real. Every time I have a conversation with her, it's incredible. I already can call her a nickname because I'm terrible at pronouncing her name because she deals with people that have issues like me every day, right? And that's why she can talk to us so well. What in the hell is with you guys loving these cruise ships? I gotta know. Y'all be going on these cruises all the time, and then y'all go on the cruise and then like CNN or whatever be telling me like, oh, this happened at the cruise. Oh, an Arctic cruise is stuck on a sandbar somewhere. What's the appeal? I gotta know.
So the cruises, let me see. She's in here. Oh no. So the cruises are more my wife's thing. She's the traveler. I'm the hermit. Um, I tolerated it. It was for my birthday, it was a gift. It was like a good way to, kill two birds with one stone, I guess. And it's not bad though, I gotta say, like traveling by plane is usually so annoying. You're cramped in the plane, for X amount of hours, especially the longer flights, they're freaking terrible. But I gotta say the whole boarding and debarking cruise ships is pretty chill. Like they don't check shit, they don't care about anything. You get on the boat, you get off the boat. You got stuff, you don't got stuff. Like, it's chill.
Yo,
It's
he
pretty.
said they don't check shit, y'all. Did you hear that, Alpha? That's Alpha. And shout out again, Cass, for saying that he learned something, because that's the whole point of we doing this show. That's gonna get me to next week, honestly, because I just want to have this space to highlight incredible people like you and learn people about each other. You know, not just like, oh, this guy's got 20,000 followers. Oh, let me follow him. He's got 20,000 followers for a reason. My brother, we are 5 minutes till the end of the show. Tavia, you're still there. Don't worry, Tavia. I
Yeah,
ain't
I'm
forgot
here.
about you. Hold on, Tavia. 1 second, 1 second. And I want to ask HODL CEO, in coming up to 2024, how can we support you? What can we do? Here's the final to last word. I've got a second to last word, and then I'm going to throw it to Tavia and be wild like that. So go ahead, HODL.
Okay. So I guess my latest initiative has been to kind of merge my communities and do all of that. So my HODL HQ community won a clone in Decentraland from Doritos, kind of a mouthful. Um, and yeah, I basically used that clone as like the community clone so that like my free members basically have access to a clone. They could download the files, do renders if they want, use it as a PFP. And then basically all you have to do is mint the free. We have a floppy disk as our membership pass, and it's a free mint on Manifold, and you can see that in HODL HQ. If you go on my profile, you'll see the link to that page, and it's pinned.
Hold on. I'm cutting you off. I need the links now. I need them pinned. You need to share them. We need to get in there. This is incredible. Also, the Twitter account you created with the clone. You are getting things right. You want details. You want information out there. You did a great job covering the Artifact Awards ceremony out there. I definitely want to throw your name in the hat for the next one. And yeah, man, I just, anything that we can continue to support you on, anything we can help you with within this community, you're a real one, and you've been a real one from the moment I've met you. And it's so fucking weird, right? If you're the one on the stage being like, I'm the real one, I bought Bitcoin at $10. But it's better when you got teamwork like this collaboration. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Like last night, I mean, we had the brand ambassador of Mechaverse come to the event. I loved it. We were both introducing each other. That's the vibe, man. That's how you should be connecting with people. You know what I mean? Is it second to last word, HODL CEO? Is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug? I really appreciate everybody that showed up today. I'm gonna shout everybody's name out after I let Tavia go off with this Post Malone tribute, because God, I practice what I preach, baby. So HODL CEO, give us a second to last word.
Damn, I just want to say thanks to, all the clones, all my hodlers, everybody who showed out. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the people who have been riding with me, supporting me, chilling, hanging in the DMs or in the group chats, in the Discords, all of that stuff. It's a real vibe. I really appreciate just everyone. If you're with me, if we talk, you're my hodler. Like that's it. We hodl together, diamond hands. In hodl we trust.
Yo, you are a real one. We really appreciate you for coming up here today. I really thank everybody for coming up here. Everybody listening, Marco, Max, 3, Sophie. I think we need to have Sophie get on the Clone X NYC account. We need some help with that, for real. This is what you need to say. In order to formulate new ideas and thoughts, you got to speak them out there. And then sometimes you're like, oh, that's a trashy idea. Or that's a great idea. You just need to brainstorm with it. Drew Hefner's in the audience. Everybody give him a follow. Him and J6, the guy who does my intro and outro music. They have an incredible show every Tuesday talking to incredible legends, real legends. Again, legend gets thrown around a lot in this space, but they talking to real legends out there. POV, we played one of your songs at the beginning of this spaces. I'm going to continue to play music from people within the Web3 space. I hear a lot, web music ain't getting its attention. Guess what? I'm going to play it for you guys, and hopefully I won't get slapped by old X, right? Crypto, bro, you've been a G. You've been a hodler since day one. Thank you for allowing me in the community. Tavi, hold up. Tavi, hold up. You coming off mute. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Mute. I'm muting you. Remove from speakers. Doom. I love that, and I love to keep it real with you guys. So, Shadow, you're another real one. You said that, sometimes people block, they drop their anime Please, people, don't spoil his anime. Please, his manga. Don't spoil it for him. And yeah, if I'm loving One Piece, I love it. So what? Skidley has been here for 51 episodes in a row, 51 weeks. When do you want a job? When should I send you a paycheck? Kiro God, appreciate you coming here. The Black God. Jack, we love you. Jack, I see you out on the timeline ruffling feathers, baby. You keep it up. You keep not being a yes man. Final Ryan, I'm excited to talk to you soon. Visceral Glitch, we did an incredible IRL event last night. Check him out. He did Visceral Glitch in person. Get into his DMs if you want to learn how to do the glitch. Navindran just got back from Japan. Let us know all about his stay over there. He showed me the Kobe I sent him to. It's a secret spot. Again, these are the alpha. These are the connections when you get with people. JRR Token, thank you for coming out last night. I got your POAP from your 9DCC hat. Shout out G Money. It all comes together. It's just Kavan gave me his AR card for his AR filters. If you get a tattoo by him, you can get an augmented reality filter too with that. So follow him. Green Safer, I see you out there doing crazy good things for Genesis. Keep doing what you're doing. Grad, are you in the cab right now? Are you working? Are you on Blender working in your car while you're doing it, Grad? I bet you are. Ava, I've been shouting you out. I'm going to keep shouting you out. Queen HODL, yo, please go home and slap him for what he said about the cruises. Good God, you gave him a gift, and that's what he says. Dubsy, thank you for coming in here. Macro, we appreciate you. Apex, thank you. Sticky, love it. Mitch Todd, ETH creator, Rush. I haven't had anybody say that I pronounced their name wrong yet, so I love that. And with that, we will be back next week, same day, same time. Here, I'm gonna have Tavi up come here because she couldn't come off mute last time. I'm a G, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. Tavi, go ahead, take us away with your cover.
I just want to say, Post, you got so many people that love you, babe. Smile, no worries. I got your back. I want to walk with you with a glass of wine off the cliff this time. You a real one. Your energy is amazing to me. Everything that you do, something new, like you're on the radio too. You tried to get me into crypto like you do, and a special invitation for you. No worries, babe, I got your back, even if it's dark that day. I'm right here for you. Forget all them people and fucking what they say too. You are the bomb for me. You make me so expressive every time I speak. Everybody in the platform, the energy is amazing for me. Can you feel what I say? Can you feel the energy of love this day? No color can resign when your body is dead and you still lose the body one time. I love the feeling, expression, and what you do for me. You made me understand completely. Oh, I love you.
Yo, thank you, Tabby. And with
Thank
that,
you.
I'm going to close out this show, okay? I appreciate that. Yo, that was for my audience, okay? That was for the people that tune in here every single week because I practice what I preach, baby. I practice what I preach. I practice what I preach. I'm trying to mute you. I have to remove you if you're going to talk over me, okay? I love it. This is my show. This is my spaces. I'm the host with the mostest. I'm the boo. I'm the one that keeps you afraid in the dark, but I also light the way in the darkness, baby. This is episode 51. HODL CEO. Go give him a follow. Go shout out everybody in the audience. Go fucking give them some credit. Shoot your shot. And with that, I think we're going to close it out here. And we love you guys. We will catch you next week. Same day, same time. I'm pumped for our guests next week, and it's going to be a wild one. Yo, everybody have a good weekend. Drive safe. Look out for each other. Web3. Check y'all next week. Peace out.